the lights on in the house.
Yeah.
There's going to be an intruder. Got to have all the lights on.
That's a good point, yeah. And then basically it is like the nervous system is like that. She's got it all on, and you're burning all that electricity that you don't need to be burning.
I think she feels a lack of support and questions her worthiness, and she's tired of holding it all up and having to defend her sense of safety.
I think all that can layer in. But I think the majority, to me, what I'm picking up when we tune into that other thing is that the priority for her is to be able to turn off so she can start to rejuvenate. Because when you sleep, you're supposed to go into the parasympathetic. That's why you don't want to eat before you go to bed. You go into your parasympathetic where you recharge, rejuvenate. You're all yin, 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 mom, mom, mom. That's why we're reenact going into the womb at night. And then when you go back out in the day, when you're supposed to be in the balanced state here, you're charged up. You never get to charge completely. You never.
No, there's a lot of nights I don't even get to sleep at all.
Right. So
and I just like 2 or 3. I'm just like, well, fuck it, I'll stay up.
Right. And what that does is that action even makes that even worse, right? So she never ever gets to recharge. So the main thing to me that she needs to work on, whether the priority here is, yeah, there's these autoimmune issues going on, but I think her body would have the energy. Think about it. What if somebody had the energy, they came back to self, they had the energy to tackle that problem? What if right now her body just can't handle that problem because she's too drained, because she's stuck in the sympathetic, right? So I think the priority here is you being able to relax, turn your mind off, and come back to yourself. So that's all my focus on the last part here. Although I have a hard time turning off and relaxing, I'm going to be okay. I have a hard time turning off and relaxing. You know, something like yoga would be great for her, but she would never be able to get into it. You know what I mean? Her mind would, you know, in that certain state, if you've ever done that, it's like the mind gets louder and louder in that certain condition.
I've done it, and I can't balance.
Mm-hmm.
I can stretch, but I can't try.
Do you I keep getting this picture like an hour before something keeps coming to my head, and after you get your kids to sleep at night, do you take any me time? Turn the TV off, put on some relaxing music, take a hot bubble bath with candles.
Well, I'll just go, usually, half
Drink
the time,
some wine.
I'll pass out with Bane, one of my sons. I'll usually pass out.
I just keep getting, you need that me time. You need that self-centered time. Because you're giving.
Right.
And you need me time. I don't know why. That's what I picked up.
Right.
Do people support you in your illness?
Yes.
With your lupus?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get support?
Oh yeah, I mean I've got a very supportive family, and my husband's
Co-workers?
awesome, and yeah.
Even your coworkers?
I haven't really got to know all of them all that well, but you know, somewhat, yeah, a few of them know, and they seem fine. I mean, one of the girls has had a mini stroke, and she's my age, you know, so
Wow.
she kind of relates to issues.
Let's go back to this. Although I have a hard time turning off, relaxing, and recharging, I'm going to be okay. I have a hard time relaxing, recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I have a hard time relaxing, turning off, and recharging. I find it easy to relax, recharge. I find it hard to relax. Although I find it hard to relax, I love and accept myself. I find it easy to relax, turn off, and rejuvenate. I find it easy to relax, recharge, and rejuvenate. It's easy for me to turn off, relax, and rejuvenate. It's easy for me to relax, recharge, and rejuvenate. It's easy for me to relax, recharge, and rejuvenate. It's easy for me to relax, recharge, and rejuvenate. Somebody read number 7 in gallbladder.
Martyr. Yeah, martyr.
Although part of me, deep down, is angry for being made to feel responsible for other people's unhappiness, although I accept myself. I feel angry for being made to feel responsible for other people's unhappiness. I can relax, recharge, and rejuvenate. Even though I don't feel safe enough to relax, I can start relaxing and rejuvenating. It's safe enough for me to relax. It's easy for me to fall asleep at night and sleep all the way through the night. I can relax. I don't have to be on all the time. I'm open to receiving what I need to support my mind, my emotions, and my body. I'm relaxed, and I get my needs met. I'm at peace. Everything is okay. I don't have to worry about anything. It's all okay. So the state she's in right now is the state that would heal the lupus and the Sjogren. It is the state that would heal that. The thing is, she has to be there long enough for the body to take the energy from having to fight the environment so that it can go in and deal with the real problem. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So she needs to take a tapping or have somebody else tap on her, you know her, Katie. Get with her to get the pattern in, because it's this, in a case like hers, which is great for tonight, is it's so ingrained that, yeah, we tapped on this, and Katie had like a quick reaction. It may take longer with something like this. The pattern may need to be reinforced over and over until she can calm down and come into her body, because she never lives in her body. She's never in her body. She's in her mental field, and you can't repair the body unless you're in the body. So we've reached a certain level of relaxation. There's still some anxiety in the background. But again, this is one of those extreme cases where she's been in that pattern for so long that the protection from, so here she's being attacked from the environment so strongly that she feels, whether it's mental, emotional, or actual, that she joins in on that. Okay? And in that case, it's really extreme, because it's no longer just everybody else. You're doing part of it. And the thing about that is, you know, if I'm feeling overstressed, and I can't set a healthy boundary, I can at least get away from everything. I can leave for the weekend. I can be by myself. But she cannot get away from herself. You see what I'm saying? That's important, because if she can't get away from herself, and the attack is coming from inside, she has to eventually kill that part of her that's attacking her. Or kill is a bad word.
Put it right.
Poop out. Yeah, whatever.
Burn it up.
Burn it up. So, but this, you know, you can feel the energy again. This is what she needs to be in. And this is going to take time. This may make a huge impact. I mean, we all are voting your victory here, and you know, and a part of this for you. But if you're really beneficial, if you had somebody weekly that you could tap on. And if anything burns, you can always do, if you get really, really stressed, sit here and just rub the K27 point. You can go in the bathroom. You can even sit at your desk if no one's around, right? You can even kind of reach
Well,
up.
I kind of tried that, but it doesn't work.
See, it's like
But I just have to get used to it.
yeah, well, and
Just practice.
right, and there's also that thing about when
It
you're
doesn't come to me naturally like a lot of people, you know.
yeah, but you don't have to get like the words. It's just doing the points. And when you're really discharged or your energy's low, you do need somebody to jump you. So sometimes we need help from others. You know, it's impossible to do it all yourself. I mean, being strong within yourself is important, but you don't do it all by yourself. Nobody does anything by themselves. Okay, money doesn't come out of the ground. At least I haven't seen that yet.
Let me know
So,
when you find
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Right?
Maybe. Thank you, Burns, for being the
Guinea pig.
well, I don't like that word, but the
Example. Happy
yeah, the
subject.
joyous subject. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I can go.
Yeah, you can go get it. You can release.
What was the point you were kept tapping on her left cheek?
Oh, that was I got stuck on gallbladder. Are you dizzy?
Wham, yes.
That's usually lymphatic system with all that, so yeah. Which is another water thing, right? Lymphatic. But that was gallbladder, Donnie. I mean,
Stage shot.
Donna. Thank you. Wait till my left
Thank
right
you.
right here.
Excuse me.
Thank you. That was gallbladder, and that's where I had the number popped in my. You know, when you played this stuff long enough, things will just pop in your head. It popped in gallbladder number 7, which cued me into the martyr, which means I was feeling this anger around being taught to take everybody else's crap. Okay, and that was another layer of it. I didn't want to go too deep because that was starting her to disturb. So I just kind of hit that a little bit, right? But I still tapped on it. I just didn't use the words.
Okay.
There's so many layers to just one issue. And the thing is, I'm always looking for the thing that gets quicker and quicker. And this is my first time to play with this particular way of looking at it. But anyway, that was it. I mean, there's no way we have time for anything else. Anybody has anything to share? Feedback, insight, something maybe I missed or whatever?
There are a lot of parallels in a lot of the behavior and speaking patterns and everything with
Leroy's daughter?
And so we just read back through gallbladder, she actually has gallstones, terrible with gallstones.
Yeah.
And so then what we figured is, why are we here? Why did we come together tonight? Because it's about us, because we also have some of these things going on. going on in ourselves. So how can we help clear that outside by working on yourself?
Well, I mean, if you just look at yourself,
Yeah.
and then of
No,
course
that's
the environment reflects, so,
Both our daughters have
yeah.
those issues. So where is it going to start? It's going to start.
Yeah, you start with you, and the thing is, if you're trying to change somebody out here in the environment, whether it's children or whatever, you're not going to get as far as if you're working on yourself.
Yeah.
Now, if you're, and they get, and the thing about it is, the person has to be willing too. There's nothing
Well,
about
and
throwing.
here's the deal. I'm not trying to change her. I just know that by not
Right.
working on myself, I don't make it any easier or
Exactly.
better for her.
So,
So
so,
it's-
what happens, and this isn't, I mean, just based on some of the stuff we've tapped on in group with you before, Beth, is I know you get this thing like you're really, really help, right?
Yeah,
But what happens is that person will perceive that as what? In the sympathetic
interfering-
nervous system, they will
interfering.
perceive somebody trying to help them as an
Attacking,
attack.
yes.
Okay? That's why she turns you off. So you're gonna work from the inside
Exactly.
out. Yeah.
I think I see a reflection on doubt on that. If you have doubt inside of here, then how much percentage of doubt here is going to be reflection
Yeah.
on how much is
Yeah,
coming
because
outside.
doubting your self-worth.
Set in conclusion.
Yeah, totally. Doubt is a huge, I mean,
Never knowing
doubt,
whether
guilt,
you're-
shame. Guilt was read during this too. Shame, all that shit just totally kills us. And our parents got it. We got it from our parents, on and on. You know, it's who do you know, once you reach a certain level, you can't really blame anybody because everybody's screwed up, you know?
Yeah, it's not about the same thing. I'm not responsible for anybody's unhappiness or happiness. I'm just responsible for what I'm.
Right. And the thing about it is, if you change your energy, this is a good example here, just with burns, because did you feel that kind of calm in the middle of the storm? Everybody went quiet before it was just a few minutes before. That means if you change your energy, Beth, and you enter the environment with them, then you can then change them. Okay. But what happens
If they
is.
want.
But what happens is if you come at them in your sympathetic nervous system and they're in their sympathetic
Which I
nervous
often
system,
do.
then all you're doing is hitting each other's defenses and nobody ever gets you as anybody. 'Cause eventually we want to reach the core where we actually get to each other's heart, not the outer bullshit, right?
And sometimes it's our thought that they need to be changed.
And exactly.
Yeah, that can be too, because that's the judgment. And if we're going to enter back into heaven, it's judgment free.
Yes. Amen. That's what I got. That's the biggest thing.
I think I have something bad in my vent because whenever the heat comes on, you don't notice that? Dang it. I know somebody.
Last time it was like broccoli or something.
It
you
smells
had
like
sitting
that
in
now,
the
but I know I
fridge.
didn't do any broccoli, so it's my freaking vent. Dang it. Gotta clean.
Can you change your filter?
There's a
I've
dirt-
changed my filter. Yeah.
Something got loose dirt-wise.
Oh, you think so?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's what it smells like. It smells like a
Something
big.
dead in there.
Like
It
a,
sounds like something dead to me.
oh, really?
Yeah, it smells something dead. Yeah, it's
Like,
bad.
it's not that.
Yeah.
You smell dirt?
No, I smell
Sometimes I
something
smell it,
rotten.
sometimes it could be the wind. That